Hey guys, it's Tartan coming at you with another game of hardcore Minecraft. A seed for Garuda. We'll just lay down, start the thing. So I'm thinking maybe today's the day to finally do it and do a little bit of redstone maybe. I don't know what I'm doing, but there's some rudimentary stuff that I can maybe work on. Of course, what we need for that first is to go into the vault and get some things, some stuff. We'll get it from one of these chests, which is where we keep all of our things and stuff. That should be enough. I don't know how much of these things you need. Gold, maybe. We're gonna take an activator and a detector rail, because I don't know what they do. But one and then the other one should be okay. And, yeah, lever. Why not? Mr. Pump, I presume. It's been a little while since I played. I've been engaged with some other games. I'm in the middle of so many projects. The natural state of things. Oh no, alright. We did it bad. You're never, ever allowed to take the discs out of the house. You gotta put them into the box next to the record player. These are the rules. All right, now we can continue to play. Like, we definitely need just like at least one more space there. 2 spaces is like enough. Like, they won't like jump in like so. They would think about it though. They would think about it. And here, you know, 2's probably fine. Hey Luke, good evening. Maybe door. Right now I'm thinking like, so if we put like, I don't even know. I need a gate. Because if I can get like, you know, like if there's a way where we roll over the thing, you know, let's use some nouns. If we're in a minecart and we're going through, if we have like a rail that will like go to a button or a lever that like opens a door that doesn't exist there that could theoretically be there, and then even though the mobs can't go over it, it would still be nice to you know have a gate. But I forgot a gate. But yes, also a door. That would be like the other thing. And then, like, I theoretically could build the chicken farm, but I already know how to do that mostly. I actually think I could do it better than ever before now. But that's not really what we're going for at the moment. I have, you know, I have plenty of rails with me. I need a gate. Is there any wood here? I could just go cut some trees down. We'll just go cut some trees down. Minecraft. You know, I do this thing where, you know, it'd be like if I'm like, oh, where's my wheat? I could go get it, you know. That's not fair, though. I don't have quite enough wheat to go spending it willy-nilly. Poor birch trees, always getting cut down. Alright, first things first. Like, don't I have a lot of levers in a box? Probably. Could just make more, right? Yes. I will make one more. I certainly have another bunch of levers in a box, but it's Minecraft. I could just make another one. I know how. Alright, so... like so, and then you could make like a... no, you couldn't. No, you couldn't. It does see it though, right? Ish. Alright, riveting stuff, I know. Did I not grab a minecart? I didn't grab a minecart. I thought I did. I guess we'll have to play Minecraft about it. No, not really. I know where there should be one. It should be over here. Did I put it down? No, I guess not. It should be right here. This one's got a chest in it already. Well, I can't ride in that one. I can push it maybe, though, and that should work. Or not. What a good guardian of the gate you have been. Oh yes, and this one guarding the other side of the gate. Come up this way. Yes. Look back there, you found a design for a lighthouse that used detector rays to make the light spin. That is so interesting. Okay, so you would have just like something that was like weighted enough to where it kept going, and then as it clicked, it would... oh, that's fun. Would it actually make the light spin, or just make it appear to spin from motion? Or was it like rotating the thing? Because I bet you could do that. Minecraft. Alright, well, in conclusion... this does sort of light up that thing. Maybe the lever needs to be lower. No, because it can't go there. It's, well, maybe that's close enough. Because it's... the lever's in this block, so maybe that'll work. Alright, I have mislaid the box. It is far away because it has gone all the way over into the Cherry Grove section. A cylinder of lights would power the one it was next to. Nice. Well, the good news is that, you know, it's functional enough to send it back. Bad news is, I wasn't patient enough, and now I'm going to have to run and catch it! Alright, we're just gonna... It's just gonna go that way for a bit. Alright, how do you make a minecart? Like 5 iron or something? Probably. Like a bucket, but longer? No, we'll just get a minecart out of the minecart box. That's where we keep our minecarts. I knew it was in there, but in another less distinct way, I didn't know. The good news is that this minecart is doomed to go backwards here for eternity. I could just turn something off, like this one right here. Ta-da! Alright. So if we put the gate slightly lower... That doesn't work. Aha! Alright. Well, that's a problem. At least I think it is. Looks like a problem. Alright, well. The good news is that I can see if it theoretically is functional. No, because the gate opens sideways. Well, that's good. Alright, it isn't theoretically functional because it doesn't operate the lever, even though it operates the redstone thing. Alright, that one didn't do anything. It lights up when something's over it, so that's very encouraging, you know, but... Go with powering the levers. To open and close the gate. Ideally, we would put it from a suitable distance where it's not like opening the gate immediately, so that when you're in a minecart riding through, the gate will open, and then there would be another one on the other side. They're only a power source. Ah, yes. Maybe we need a button, if a button would do it. Cause yeah, that's really all it is. Like, I thought maybe I could make it, like, open up for me like I was a wizard, and then close after me like I was a wizard. I assumed that wizards both have railways that they ride on, and deeply, deeply want to avoid mechanical interactions to power their doors. I don't know everything about wizards, that's just one of the things that I assume. Can't make a lever pull itself, can't make a button press itself. I see. Well, once again, I know nothing. We'll leave that one there. It'll light up when you go over it. That'll be one thing we learned. It'll definitely light up. Look at that. Amazing. This is outrageous. We're under attack by spiders. Where did they even come from? They like came from the shadowy place over there and crossed the water. Makes sense. Oh, over here. They could have come from over here. There aren't enough torches over here. Powering the call block right at the fence gate, which powers the gate. Oh, I'm carrying them with me. I don't know the difference between them and activator rails. I sort of like swapped one out for the other one at some point. A detector rail creates a power source. What am I? You don't activate rails. I see. Neither do I. Did it just work? Did it? Well, yeah. Yeah, I guess it did. Thank you. Wonderful. Alright. Now we just need to make one on the other side, too, so that it closes appropriately. And, did he just spin kick my cart? Good job, Master Butcher. Good job. Does the button even need to exist? Because this just powers the gate, and the button, like, also opens the gate. Well, you know, we could test that just by breaking this part of the circuit, couldn't we? It's obviously vitally important that we ride for it. Huh. Weird. Okay, so... it knocked me out of it. Is that because it didn't open in time? I don't think it kicks me out of a minecart. I think maybe it just, like, wasn't open in time. Maybe we need to back this up a little bit. Because it doesn't need to be so close, right? It could be... like, all the way back here, even. We'll just put a detector rail there, because I can't be bothered. Alright, so you don't need a button, but a button's nice, because, you know, it makes it look like you need a button, and that's very good. Iron, nope, no such luck. Alright, I guess I'll go find a minecart. Ah. Oh, well, you know. Just like that, the minecart is returned. Somehow. So sometimes it'll work. Maybe it might have also been on the wrong cycle. Maybe I had had it open and not realized it. Maybe we were going slightly too slow. Because there, if we're going much faster... No, come back. I'm really bad at this. You know... you know, that's why you just leave all of your rails on all the time. Yeah, well, we don't have an activator on the other way out, but... So I was just making this and then duplicating it, but we could do that very quickly. Right? Right. We know how. There we go. All right. It works. It doesn't need to work. Mobs, I don't even think can go through there. It's just me. I'm the only person who can go through it. But it works. Oh, how exciting. I finally did something. Mainly because you explained to me what I needed to do. But I finally did it. No, entirely because you explained it. I would not have figured that out. I would have been trying to power the lever forever. Yeah, good stuff. Very nice. And look, you can just like roll on out. This is gonna really make all of the roller coasters better. I need to fix them. I became briefly enamored with building one on this very large mountain in World 334. Briefly enamored. I was very into it, but of course I died, so I had to give it up. Oh. That dowel gets stuck in a cart. Anyway. Well, that is awesome. And now, this is like, it is very simple. It's also incredibly awesome, because you can just like make the door open for you when you arrive. That's very good. That's just very good indeed. Because the title of this is Redstone, what we're gonna do now is go and, fight? No, that's not true. I don't have enough arrows to fight creepers. Ah, well that does explain it, doesn't it? No. Boot stuff out of minecarts, locks hopper minecarts, organized TNT minecarts. So you somehow, that's no doubt key to that auto sorter thing that people are talking about, right? So you would somehow get your junk thrown in and then, sort of like auto smelter style with hoppers, pull it in and then dispenser into like a catchment system. And then it would go down the line and then discard it into an even bigger catchment system. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know. It sounds abstractly like a way it would be. And then you just have to find some internal game logic for sorting that the game would understand and agree with. Probably items put inside of item frames. Probably. Which I would only think because I know you can put an item in a frame, and I literally can't think of any other way that you could sort stuff. Too many comparators, I see. Because, like, even without knowing how to build it, just, like, trying to theorize, like, how it could work. Like, how could a computer work without thinking about any of the ways that it works? Just, like, abstractly. Like, there's a series of small wizards inside, right? And, say if you could build one, if you gave yourself a weekend and weaken the motivation. I'm sure you could. But I have heard that with the addition of copper golems, they are going to become a lot simpler to achieve I've heard people tell me this. I don't know what they mean by it, but I guess there's something going on with that, which is gonna make it easier to do. All right, so what do we want? We want one thing and one thing only. We want to get this advancement. We want to become sufficiently advanced. And as we know, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That's a fact. And if it's not a fact, it's a quote. And if it is a quote, that's a fact. And so it's back to being a fact again. Alright, so first off, let's just read the advancement. That'll help. Something, 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 comparator, bookshelf. Read the power signal of a chiseled bookshelf using a comparator. So, for that we'll need a comparator and 2 bookshelves that are chiseled, and then a book to put onto one of them, presumably, and then there'll be more of a bookshelf than the other bookshelf. I tried doing this once, and I didn't do it. I probably got confused for a brief moment and then gave up. I say that without remembering at all. It just sounds like something I would do. It just sounds like something I would do. It may not have happened that way at all. There'd be no way of knowing. It's not as if there's documentary evidence for this entire run. Alright, as I was saying, bookshelves. Chiseled ones. Probably made out of wood. Do you have to have books to make them? Probably. No, you need slabs. You need slabs. Well, that's easy enough. Nether quartz, I almost certainly have some of that. I'm out of stone. I don't have any regular stone. Now, it is Minecraft, and I could go and mine some. I could go get it right here with the Silk Touch pick. But it's also Minecraft, and I happen to know exactly where all my stone is. So we're gonna go get it. And by exactly... it's in one of the boxes that's in here, probably. And that's the same as knowing exactly where it is. See, I told you I knew where it was. It was even true when I said it. That is where I thought it was gonna be. I love my little floating islands. I love my wheat. I like the sun. This is such a nice little world. I mean, I know it's not very much, but I like it. We need to finish this up someday. There's a lot of things we need to do. Look, the celebratory cakes. Just a little drive-by on the celebratory cakes. It's only day 736. We were making really, really swift time through the days there for a bit, but then, you know, get distracted with new things. It's ironically me playing Zhurong instead of Zhongjian. Zhongxiong. Got you motivated to play the bandit. You lost yourself. Nice, nice. Yeah, I was debating getting back into that tonight, and then I was like, you know what? I just want to chill and listen to some music. And anyway, I like burned my fingertip at work. Pretty annoying. Not like super badly, but enough to hurt a little bit. Mainly heat sensitive wise. It's a lot better now than when it happened, but I was thinking, okay, I don't need to be playing Total War where I might have to like click a lot. You said 57k per turn from... That's so cool. But I was already thinking about what I would do differently. Oh, look, don't worry about me getting burned out on Total War. If anything, I would just like stop streaming it. I don't know if I could ever quit playing it. Basically, since I found Total War Warhammer, I've always been playing it. Or watching it or whatever. But I think I'm probably gonna play a bunch of Three Kingdoms before it's all said and done. I imagine so. Because I just have such a fondness for the setting anyway. And then, you know, there's so many mechanics. So many mechanics. You know, you play Warhammer and you have like the very baseline mechanics and then one new one per faction and then sometimes one special one. But there it's like it's a lot of things. I'm excited. Alright, we needed to get a book. We got some random trash book in some box here, surely. Probably? Yeah. Yeah, Book of Fortune 3 and Channeling. Just garbage. I don't even know what these things do. It doesn't matter. Nether quartz. That's what we needed. Three redstone torches. Alright, what we want to do here is compare things. Do we want to work on this here? In the middle of the vault? No. We'll go somewhere else. Can't do a science experiment in the house. We should have built a laboratory for Christopher Lloyd, who I don't even think we've given a name tag yet. You say you... Free food truck, yeah. Yeah, I made some just like really wasteful economy moves to like you're getting the Tiger Warriors and then immediately being like, I don't think I want to roll with these. Let's turn in the archers. Like, there's just like so much money to throw away. And then, especially in the early turns, and then just like walking back and forth and which isn't like totally a disaster, but I think we need to spin off the brother from the army because he's so good and she's so good, but all the other ones you have are like using stone clubs. Ron Carvalho, you lost your hardcore world? Oh no. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to tell me a story? I would love to hear a story. Not of your demise unless you want, but you know of you know, like where it started, you know. Was it a beautiful world from the start? Did you make it into a better one, you know? Were you there very long, you know? I've been here for quite some time now. Oh, and they're doing the giant thing, the old iron giant. They do this every now and then. I think it's very endearing. Oh no! Oh god. Okay, so we're gonna have to So what we see here is me not thinking of the actual consequences, which is I just put on... Yeah. If, you know, maybe this wasn't smart. No, we should just have breaks. Which I thought that... Like, where did he even get in that cart at? Anyway, it works. It works so good that the blacksmith is going on an adventure. Alright. But if we turn off those two, then there should be no worry about one of our illustrious villagers running into trouble. And furthermore, if we just pick up our mess when it comes to the mine carts, this probably couldn't happen. Great demise, you saved your dog. Wow. Indeed. Ultimate sacrifice. Well, do you have plans to start another hardcore world, or are you going to take a little bit of break from it? It's been, like I said, quite some time since I lost a world. I don't know how I'd handle it. I like to think I would do exactly what I did last time. I'd be like, alright guys, we're reading Hamlet again. We're just gonna read a little bit of Hamlet and then keep on playing Minecraft. It's very important to be, you know, unflappable. Alright. We could have gotten a book. We will need a book to put onto the bookshelf, and then we will attempt to begin understanding what's going on. There's only so many configurations we could even place a thing here. Oh, we just like... Huh. Right, the bookshelves disappear and do a puff if you don't have Silk Touch. That's alright, we'll make another one. Well, what I have learned is that the books have colors on the bookshelf that correspond to their placement on the shelf and not to the book that they are. So that's good, you know, you could you could do that, you know. Like it's better to experiment with traversing for infinite emeralds. I mean, it's not really what appeals to me. I don't really have any arbitrarily large generators of things here in this world. Why, when I want something, I get it the old-fashioned way, by playing Minecraft. Sometimes if I want some wheat, I'll just go get some wheat, you know. You can put it down anywhere. Alright. We could put another bookshelf here. Alright, well, I sure am out of ideas already. Alright. What can the debug screen tell us about? Here we go. Facing west, mode subtract. Alright, so when it's on, it says subtract. When it's off, it says compare. Powered is false. Do we need to, like, power it with a lever independently? Yes, we do. Okay. And this is why Java is the best. Alright, so... that's slot 0, that's slot 5, the more we know. Alright, well, in conclusion, I have not learned anything. Hello, Romic, you say you like cheese? You know, me too. Yeah, I haven't used any mods. I've thought of it, you know, but in the insincere kind of way where I usually just do something else instead. Alright. Lever has to be at this side of it. It compares this and this. Made a secret door once where you flip an item in an item frame upside down to power its door. That is very cool. I once was gonna make a secret tunnel through the mountain where you would enter it by like breaking in through the the fireplace and jumping down Assassin's Creed style. I even did a very small amount of work for it, but then I got the Marcus Aurelius painting for the first time, and I was like, well, now I don't want to break this anymore. It's gonna be like a fake bookshelf door. It's gonna be cool. Anyway, well, anyway. I think we can agree that they're very nice looking bookshelves. And in their own way, much nicer than the auto-generated bookshelves that the game gives you. Well, you know, riveting stuff, right? We have so many rockets. What a good spot to be in. You can tell how little I've been playing that I have so many rockets. Do I have a pet guest? I mean, not as such. Let me introduce you to some of the council. This is Cornelius Vandergast. He's a member of the crime family in his own right. He's the only one who's like a member of the family. The rest of them are just like our valued friends and such. But yes, let us introduce you to some of them. Maybe not every single one. So here in black, the Bat-Gasmobile. He's just what he sounds like. He's sort of like a Batmobile, but a Bat-Gasmobile. And this is where Augustus lives. This is Augustus here, you know, very purple, very imperial. I don't really like Augustus as like a human or as a historical figure. He's not like my idea of a great Roman time, but it was a great name. This is the Alpengast, which means the mountain ghast, sort of. It's a sort of extended joke. I'll explain it if you care. I forget which one this one is. This is Genghis Khan right here, and that's Belgatai just absolutely laying the beat down on. He's champ. We just have to come in every now and then to make sure Belgatai is still doing well. He protects the horses. And then down here we have where the council, like, this is where the council meets, right? They're not all here. This is Gorman, Gast, and Gray. Just Gorman, of course. Gorman Gast is his full name. This is Archaeologast here. And then, of course, right here we have Gaston. Gaston's pretty good. That's his throne right there. We only have a few of their thrones up. There's the throne of Genghis Khan over there with the horses. And then, right here, look, guys, Gastois. Gastois. He's coming around to say hello. This is Gastois. But anyway, yeah, we're going to have one for each of the colors. Exactly, a high council of the Gasts. And so Gastois here, you know, he's got these sort of, you know, we got the cornflowers there. And the idea is eventually to have all of the mini Gasts with wonderful names, to have like a smaller area here and then a slightly bigger one. Like the Alpengast is going to have a little mountain goats area for himself, and then I can talk about the mountain goats whenever I'm there, like I never find an occasion to do otherwise. And, you know, we'll have, like, even more horses for Genghis Khan. And, you know, we might need to make more golems to help defend the field here. Belgatai might get overrun if I'm not watching. We wouldn't want that. Of course, he's only in danger if I'm around, but that's true of basically everyone that lives in this whole Minecraft world. But yeah, and then there's, of course, Gaspar, the friendly ghost, and Gastfer Lloyd, although we haven't put a name tag on him yet, I don't think. And Gasylvania. Can't forget good old Gasylvania. That's a great one. That one's so good. But we're getting on towards the end, and you know what time it is then. It's time to say hello to everyone. Well, almost everyone. I think Ghast can be random offers now. When Cornelius first hatched from being a little Ghast into a big old happy Ghastling, I was put the harness on, we were riding above, and there was a pillager raid, right? Cornelius, like, most of the hatchings of the Ghasts were done, like, right here at the top of the beautiful waterfall, right? And, but his might have been done, like, over here. If memory serves, it would have been, like, over here. And but it might have been over here. I don't remember. But we were just riding him over, and we look down, and then we see the pillagers, and then we rode into the sky, and in full view of the boss of the crime family, just laid waste to the intruders, And then, you know, that's how Cornelius became a member of the family. You'll meet the boss soon enough. In Air Force, exactly. The Mooshes! Baby Moosh and Mooshy Smalls. They are very excellent. They are a rapping and songwriting duo. You will know them by their works, no doubt. This is Doug. He's the best. Good old Doug. Doug, from whom all of the coolest flowers flow. And we get to end the video with the best song. It really is just the best song in the whole game. But we need to go give Hank a pork chop. Good old Hank the cow dog, doing such a good job over here. Donatello's lost forever. It'll be alright. He'll be okay. He's hardy. Turtles are made of stern stuff. I don't know where Michelangelo is either. He's not lost forever, he's just mislaid. He'll be fine. Here we are at Spawn Mountain, the roof of the world. Pondering the big questions. What's it all for? Why is Minecraft? And the one on everyone's mind, what is the best Mountain Goat song? There are many schools of thought. I think maybe No I Can't, off of Transmissions from Horus, a real early cut. I think that one might be the best Mountain Goat song. In it, it's sort of like the downfall of a relationship. You know, it's already over, and the verses are him saying, like, you brought me these things, you know, you brought me a filing cabinet, you brought me such and such, you know, and the chorus is him saying, now I have everything I need, now I have everything I need. And that one might be the best Mountain Goat song. It's just real good. The passion that John Darnielle gives in the delivery of it. You know, it's early Mountain Goats, so it's just him and an acoustic guitar. Really wonderful stuff. But the filing cabinet, that's the one that gets me the most, because it's like, you can just hear his voice shaking in the recording, because he goes, thanks for the filing cabinet. I don't know what I did without it. Now I have everything I need. Now I have everything I need. It's just really awesome, and No I Can't might be the best Mountain Goat song. So I'm glad you asked. A pet for calcite. And who's that? The boss of the crime family himself, Garuda? The man. The myth. The legend, Garuda. He's not really a man. It's complicated. He's not really a chicken either. A trope of the blade in the dark. Bella Consigliere. Mr. Pump watching over the vault, as he always does. And then, you know, best bird, Luca, the muscle. He spends most of his time just hanging out now. Hey, Serge. Sorry you come right at the end. So you joined this monologue about a mountain goat song. Oh yeah, that happens a lot. That happens a lot. Only one time a video usually, but pretty often. But a nice video. Luke, thank you so much for your help with the gates. And, you know, just because we didn't figure out how comparators work doesn't mean anything, you know, because we can just learn it some other time. You've only watched my Hollow Knight streams. Yeah, see, the Mountain Goats are this band that I really love, and you know, when I see a mountain goat in a video game, it just makes me think, let's talk about the Mountain Goats. They also have, like, I don't know how many albums, probably more than 20, so whenever I'm like, which is the best song, there's a wealth to pull from. But, yeah, anyway, unfortunately, you've caught me at the end of this stream. Mountain Goats my favorite band? My favorite band's called Aquaville River, but the Mountain Goats they're my favorite band too. It's hard to pick, and anyway, but yeah, they're basically my favorite band. But as we come here to the end of the video, unfortunately, I welcome you all to sit, stand, kneel, or dance as you prefer to the national anthem, "Other Side" by Lena Raine. I know Luke is gonna dance. You used to train Green Day in Linkin Park? I used to listen to a whole bunch of those whenever I was younger. But I trended toward, like, the other side of things with punk than Green Day. I liked the more hardcore sort of stuff after a bit. Good old Luca. But, yeah, good stuff. Actually seeing the Linkin Park concert. Well, that's so cool. Yeah, I saw that they got a new singer not so long ago, but I'm glad that they're going to be able to, you know, continue getting their music out there. I think that's very cool. They found somebody that's going to work with it. It's always tricky when, you know, in any band, when you lose somebody, to try to have somebody, you know, fill their shoes or just fill the role. You know, it's hard, but I'm glad that they're trying, because obviously there are millions and millions of people that would love to see them play. Because I'm very old, so I remember when Hybrid Theory came out, and it was like an earthquake, right? Like I heard it and immediately knew that, like, I really liked it, but it you know, it happened in a very big way. I don't remember how many units it sold. It must have been one of the absolute best-selling albums of that whole decade. $2 for $200. Yeah, that's steep. That's steep, but, you know, the modern era is sort of like that. I did see the Mountain Goats a couple of years ago. Oh, it was wonderful. Oh, it was just the best. Yeah, Serge, I think, like Eminem would have sold more records with a record, but I think it honestly might have just been him. It was a very massive hit. It must have sold more than, like, 20 million, probably. They, like, it was really, really big. Why don't I just look it up? Because I'll whip around in there. Yeah. It sold 4.8 million copies its debut year and was the best-selling album of '01. Yep, that sort of tracks with my memory. That certainly tracks with my memory. Alright, yeah, there we go. It's always good to know that your memory of the past is sort of connected to what goes on. But anyway. I do love talking about music, and you can frequently get me to talk about it, but right now it's the end of the day for me, unfortunately. But hey, we figured out how to, like, roll over. Figured out. Got told how to do it. Seventh selling album of the 2000s. Nice, yeah. I'm like trying to think of who sold more. DMX, maybe? DMX sold a lot of records. But anyway, yeah, we'll figure out that comparator later, or not, you know. There's an advancement for it, is the thing, you know. All we have to do is read it, and, you know, that's all we've got to do. The highest selling album of the 2000s was the greatest hits album by a band that hadn't been active for 30 years. That makes sense. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. And, you know, that's gonna do it here. We've just been rambling, but that's sort of what we do here. We even sort of did a little bit of Redstone, so good night, everybody. Good night, Luke. Good night, Serge. Good night, Rohan. Sorry to hear about your world, Rohan. I'm sure your next one will be very excellent. But, yep. Good night. It is day 739 here in Hardcore World, and the sun's rising in the sky. But here, it is midnight 15, and it's time for me to go to bed. You know, it's still my weekend, which means work, but I'll be up in the morning to play something, almost certainly Total War 3 Kingdoms, so perhaps I'll see you there, and if not there, then in another stream or video. See you guys. Good night.